I promised that I would re-upload the videos that I submitted 2 days ago, but people were complaining that the music was too loud in the background. So here are the videos. Now they are shocking. Okay, they are really shocking. It's mixed race people and black people exposing racist white men, right, who are dating black women, you know, and calling them mixed race children the N-word, etc. You know, there's some horrible you know, interracial stories out there where white men who are dating black women, racially abusing their mixed race daughters and telling them they're not allowed, you know, to even look black or act black, etc. Even mixed race guys are speaking out, you know. But what's shocking is that mixed race people are saying don't mix. If you can't love your mixed race children, they're telling the white men don't mix with us. What's interesting, the black women who are dating the white guys, a lot of them are still quiet. Shame is making them quiet. They want to pretend that they're in a Romeo and Juliet. You better come to my damn car because I got a disabled badge, right? Yeah, I've got obstructive sleep apnea and I had heart issues last year. 2 years before that, I had cancer. This year, black man, you know, the disabled badge, they always try to, you know, look for trouble, right? Anyway, yeah. So what's happening is, you know, mixed race, you know, girls and black women, some black women are telling white men, please do not date us. If you know full well that you have these tendencies, don't date us. You know, stick to your own race. When mixed race are saying that, you feel sorry for the mixed race people because you begin to realize the pain and the hell that they're going through where they are being groomed to hate black people. They're being groomed to hate themselves. They're being groomed to act white and think white in such an extreme fashion. So here are the videos.
How bad could I possibly be? Let's see. Nigga! Nigga! Nigga!
I'ma go buy me a gun, and I'ma come back here and set this motherfucker.
You sure about that? You sure about that? You sure about that?
I don't want to keep talking about this subject, but if you guys are just going to keep reminding me of it every single thing I breathe! I don't want to keep talking about this subject, but if you guys are just going to keep reminding me of it every single thing I breathe!
If you're a black girl who gets your heart broken by a white guy, how are you gonna let him hurt your people twice?
At this point, I just believe God does not want me to date and marry a white man. Because every time I've dated a white man, some crazy catastrophic shit from the universe has occurred. The first time was in FSU. I dated this white man. He was artsy. I met his mother. He said he cared about me. He ghosted me. And then I found out he was arrested because he was dating a child. Like, the man is like a registered pedophile now. At this point, I just believe God does not want me to date and marry a white man. Because every time I've dated a white man, some crazy catastrophic shit from the universe has occurred. The first time was in FSU. I dated this white man. He was artsy. I met his mother. He said he cared about me. He ghosted me. And then I found out he was arrested because he was dating a child. Like, the man is like a registered pedophile now.
If you're a black girl who gets your heart broken by a white guy, how are you gonna let him hurt your people twice?
About the white boys who seek out black and brown women because...
So it's no secret, I used to be married to a white guy. And if you didn't know that, now you know it. I divorced him. And he was not the only white man I ever dated. I am now married to a black man who I met while I was divorcing the white guy. So, you know, things happen. I'm going to tell you a thing. We tend to see white men presented to us as sort of Prince Charming types. And this is not to say you can't have a healthy interracial relationship. But when we are talking about toxic relationships, sometimes interracial relationships are toxic. And sometimes race is part of that. I tell the story of this a little bit in the comments on the video I'm stitching, but now I'm going to tell the longer version. Story time. My ex-husband is violent and abusive, and he may not be anymore. I don't know. I haven't spoken to him in years. But when we split up, it was restraining orders and police officers and all of that.
Dennis Simba tweeted about finding out that her best friend since she was 14 was having an affair with her husband. And we were all shook. Because we knew we knew that they were going through a divorce. She's been very open about that. But we didn't know how deep it was. Like, I remember reading an article about her saying that she was financially abused by her husband when she moved to Germany. And I was like, I'm not shook. I have dated a German. And I know how Germans operate when it comes to money. Okay. So that part was not shocking to me. The part about, like, financial abuse. I was just like, yeah, you dated a German guy who's probably never lived much outside of Germany, so they probably are very German. But what was funny about it is, like, reading tweets about people referencing white men playing black women, because they were like, yo, these white dudes are playing our sisters, and they made references to Linda Mdawa, whose husband had cheated on her, Sonia Booth, whose husband had cheated on her, Tagisi, but we don't really know. I don't really know what happened in that marriage, why it ended up ending. But I'm like, why does it matter what race these people are? Because the problem starts when we start to romanticize and idealize mixed relationships, and we think this is where all the heaven is. Let me tell you, as a person whose long-term relationships have been with both white men and black men, men will men. A man will cheat on you regardless of whether you're black or white.
As a black woman who has dated white men in the past, these are some of the things that I've faced and heard in my relationships. One of them, my first white boyfriend always made comments about my hair, especially when I changed it, or maybe it was just like getting it done. I was wearing weaves, and I remember the first time he had touched it, and he was just like, oh. I got really insecure about it, and so I would never let him touch my hair when we were being physical or just anytime. He'd be like, I don't understand why you have to wear fake hair. I was like, this isn't fake, it's human. So another time, he actually invited me to his parents' house, and I was driving from school, and he was about midway to my home, so I always would try to stop to see him. The first time that he invited me with his parents knowing, I came, and we were just hanging out in the basement. Like, I was seeing his childhood through the lens of, his parents' home. And we were just hanging out when his parents got home and we came upstairs. This was really uncomfortable because when we went upstairs, his dad took one look at me and could not look at me for the rest of the night. I had no idea that his dad was racist, but even me just trying to be like, oh, like, do you like this? Or trying to have conversation with him, he would flat out ignore me. This was very uncomfortable. The next day I told him, like, hey, I think your dad might be racist. And he was like, yeah, you're right. And I was like, oh, why would you put me in that situation? And he was like, well, I wasn't 100% sure, but I just wanted to see how he would react. So this was also extremely damaging to my security and self, because I had this feeling like, oh, this person chose to be with me, but it was more so just testing how much they could gauge the anger that their parent would feel for them rebelling against their wants.
No, thank you. Why? Imagine our baby together.
Nigga! Nigga! Nigga!
You sure about that? You sure about that? You sure about that?